with that, hello everyone, welcome to the Bloody Call Podcast.
Thank God you got that in there.
So like when we mentioned the Mexicans drinking during
our
garage sailing.
That's the one part of the garage sale we had to cut out. We're repeating it on the podcast.
Today I'm joined with Fat.
What's up?
Folds.
Yes, me.
Chins.
I'm here.
Jesus Christ. Who's... crap. Chromo.
Here.
Molly.
Oh, yes, hello, this is me, the
And special guest, Soren!
Hi, I'm just some random guy they pulled off the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, the problem with you saying that is we've actually genuinely considered picking up random fucking people off the street and asking them if they want to be in the podcast.
Yeah, we see weird people, we're like, maybe we should ask that guy.
For instance, a couple weeks ago, Lucas and I were driving to a Chick-fil-A and we saw some random old guy, shirtless, jiggling his stomach by a bus stop while he walked by. We're like, we're gonna invite this guy on the podcast.
He was also
hot.
completely shirtless.
Yeah, he was fucking weird, but we're like, this guy's got to be on the podcast. So with you saying that, the issue is we've actually genuinely considered doing it. So Soren's the guy we went to high school with. He's super tall. That's pretty much all you need. He's a theater guy. He ate a lot of spaghetti. He's got a Happy Meal at the moment.
There's some really good fries, by the way. I'd like to thank the cast and production crew for giving me these.
Yeah.
The casting production crew.
I.e. Fat's wallet.
I.e. the $4 that I spent on your 4-piece nugget Happy Meal that I bought solely because I thought you were still eating spaghetti.
Does that mean our sponsor's McDonald's for today?
Yeah, I guess so.
No, it's just generic spaghetti.
Oh, spaghetti.
No,
spaghetti.
it's not McDonald's, because if it was
spaghetti,
McDonald's...
it's just the raw spaghetti. It's just like
Yeah.
a solid
Yeah.
50-cent pack of spaghetti.
The
Now I'm really
crunchy
curious,
spaghetti.
when you were eating so much spaghetti, can you give us like a rundown of how you would make it? Because I'm kind of curious.
Oh god. The way I made it was disgusting. Like, I am so glad no one ever saw my apartment in high school. It was like, I lived in a decent apartment, right? It was fucking trash. I can swear on the show, right?
Oh, yeah.
We do it
It
all
was
the time.
fucking trash on the
The
inside.
only thing we don't do is racial slurs.
Well,
Anyways, guys, it's been
No.
great. I gotta go.
Damn it, now I have to leave again.
Yeah, one time that I actually said one on air and they got pissed at me.
Who got? Oh, the people. Other.
Oh, no, it wasn't just you. It's also these two.
no. I have not.
ended the
I have been
podcast like
so
that a couple
good.
weeks ago,
I have
just
been
so
so
quick I
good
didn't
about
know.
that. You
No,
cannot.
he didn't. I
claim-
made him cut it because
Wet
we
44
didn't stop.
says otherwise.
It's not true. I haven't.
Anyway.
Anyways, yeah. So like, I would just like go to Safeway, and like they would see me come in, they'd be like, "Oh God, this guy." I'll just go over to the spaghetti aisle and just clear them out. We're talking like $60 on just like the raw
Holy-
spaghetti alone, like 50 cents a pack, right? And I bought this like
Raw.
industrial kitchen.
What kind of spaghetti though?
Oh,
What
I
kind of
didn't
noodle?
care. I mixed and matched. It was usually just like the long spaghetti. Sometimes
Would
I
you
get
do
really
like lasagna noodles though? Would
No,
you go that far?
No.
I'm not a degenerate.
I still have my pride.
Did you do like wheat spaghetti or did you just do?
Oh, gross.
Oh, I would mix and match.
All of it?
Yeah,
Alright.
I did not care.
Alright.
Then
Fair enough.
I like bought like. You guys remember Wish.com?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I bought like this giant ass like industrial cooking pot off there, and it was like solid for. Oh god, there's no visuals on the show. It was like I don't know, 3
Quick,
feet
flash
wide.
up
There
an
can
image
be.
of an
Yes,
industrial
we
pot.
can do it.
Jamie, pull that up.
We just do
Yeah,
edit request.
giant ass pot, right? And I'll just throw it in there, just like throw a bunch of water in there. And just like cook it for like an hour, go to my room. I'd come out, there's like smoke everywhere, water splashing around.
You should make a huge fucking mess.
Yeah, I did not care. I just like throw a bunch of spaghetti sauce in there, call it good. Just throw some in some Tupperware, take it to school.
I mean, fair enough, man.
Yeah,
God, that makes me upset.
Did you season it with anything?
you can say
besides
you're
spaghetti sauce?
upsetty. What was that?
Oh no.
Spaghetti?
Season it at all?
Mom's week.
I
Palms
put
are
sauce
sweaty.
in it.
That was
Did you
it?
say Mom's Week?
Yeah, you just kind of dumped a bunch of sauce into
How
your
often do you see? How often do
So
you
close.
make
At
any?
least Parmesan. I mean,
But not the
He's not
Kraft Parmesan. That shit is
no,
terrible.
that is
Oh, yeah.
disappointing. Only the kind that Bo Griffin gave to me when he was punning it off in my NYLT. I'm not kidding. This
Gave you a
happened.
huge
I'm
fucking
not,
thing
he
of
literally-
Parmesan.
We were gonna leave, and he literally
Pawning
has the,
off
He has a
Parmesan.
full thing of Parmesan this big, and it was just leftover
remember
food. And he goes up to me, he's like, "Hey, do you want this?" And I was like, "Of course, Bo." And then he gave it to me, and then it was in our fridge for like a year until we finished it.
Yeah, we had it forever. So yeah, I was just curious because I always wondered because I heard that you ate a lot of spaghetti because I remember you talking to Todd about it.
Oh god.
And I was like, Todd said something like you just can't eat spaghetti all the time, but you managed it. And
That's another thing. Todd used to pity feed me as well. Like, remember, like, back in theater?
Yeah, he would constantly give you free pizza.
Yeah, we were all in this theater class, right? And, like,
Well,
everyone
three
had
of
to, like, pay $4 for a slice of pizza anytime we brought it in. I never did. They pitied me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
everyone's-
I bought it for all the TAs one time, but
Yeah.
that was the only. But I bought it for everybody.
Yeah, and, like, they would always just give me free pizza because they felt bad for me, and I was okay with that.
So
I'm
you
so mad
solidly
that you
lived
get to
off of
coin the
nothing but
term
Italian
pity.
food for like 4 years.
Yeah. Still not Italian. It's a pity.
Still
You might as well be
Like
now.
you would
Still not
turn Italian.
I've been trying, man, but they just won't let me into Italy anymore.
Yeah, you know, so, kinda like,
Anymore.
it's kind of like turning into a werewolf, except you just stop at the back hair, you know?
You get the teeth and then the back hair and nothing else.
That
You know what I mean?
screaming, yeah.
Yeah. You try to howl, but you just sound like a cat.
Che bella! Oh,
Back here, you get a little bit of chest
sole
hair, and you just
You start talking wrong, you know.
Some old-
moving
Talking
your hands
wrong.
too much. I said what
Look at those
I said.
Italians, they're wrong!
Italians are fucking retarded.
You start waving your hand around like this and start speaking angry.
Pretty much. Only parts of your body have a seizure, and the rest of you's
Wait,
right.
it depends. It depends. What kind of Italian do you go? Do you go like bobbity boobity, or do you go Tommy? I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna bust your kneecaps.
Are we talking Sicilian or are we talking Roman?
One of them makes
Are people
pizza,
from
the other
Rome
one
still
makes
Romans?
horse heads.
Technically, yes.
Technically, yes.
And then there's Romanian, which is like bootleg
But
Roman.
that's Romania.
Wish.com, Rome.
no, for
Rome is
makes
Romania.
an offer you can't refuse.
Get off me. Or he leaves a horse's head in your bed, unless it's like a budget version. They leave an alpaca's head in your bed.
No,
They
that's
just
not
couldn't
budget
find anything.
enough. Budget enough is like a rabbit. Or
This is a rat. It's just a rat. Just a rat. A
It's
full
just
rat
a
live.
drawing of what a horse head might look like.
Some guy just walks in there with a pair of tweezers and leaves like ants in your fridge.
it's our artist rendition of a horse head.
Somebody who's never seen a horse before.
It's Jeremy's version.
It's actually Tony's third nephew's drawing of a horse.
We actually just cut out the body from the rest of the drawing.
They just left the body instead of the head.
Robert, I have a question for you. So,
Yeah.
I finished playing the first Lego Marvel superhero game.
Marvel
right?
superheroes, yeah.
Very good game for like one of the newer Lego games. I wasn't mad about it, right? I'll be honest. But I played this. I started playing the second one today because I finished the first one last night. Have you played the second one?
Not yet.
You haven't? Okay. I am so disappointed in this game. It's not even funny. The first one, like, I could let it slide. You know, it was newer, but they added some nice concepts, and it was nice having the heroes and everything. Like, it was cool. But the second one, I don't know. Like, one of my biggest problems with it is that they made the movement so fluid. It doesn't feel like a Lego game anymore. It just feels, it just feels so weird, and I don't know. It just kind of ruined the vibe of Lego games itself, and a lot of the UI changed, which bothers me. And it just, I don't know. I'm super disappointed in it, and I'm a little bit mad that you haven't played either of them yet.
That's fair, and I can understand it. But with all the newer ones, they've been doing this like super fluid, like elastic looking motion.
Right.
Which, like, for like Incredibles, it was okay because
Right.
it's the Incredibles. It makes
Right.
more sense. But like with Marvel superheroes, it just doesn't fit 'cause it's like, oh shit, the raccoon, and then he just starts extending.
Right, and the weird thing is, a lot of them, like Rocket and Groot, they both don't look like they're made of Lego, which super disappoints
You
me.
described it to me like
Yeah.
Groot looks like Duplo, and I'm so disappointed. But the nice thing I like about Groot is that you can change from Baby Groot to Big Groot at any time, and it's perfect. Except he looks like Duplo, and it makes me genuinely depressed. There are two nooses in my bathroom now.
That's the days when like all
Two?
like, the
One for
like
me
it just
and one
looks
for
like
my
the normal
man.
like
No,
Lego
no,
minifigures,
Yeah,
and now it just looks like they're like hunks of plastic, and they're just really shiny.
yeah. And I'm like, some of their abilities are still cool, and I like them. Are you judging the Happy Meal toy?
That's your Jurassic World toy. Be happy that you got it.
So, do you guys remember back in like 2005 when like McDonald's toys were hype? I just opened
Yes.
the bag. You know what's inside of it? It looks like a fucking potato.
I'm pretty sure it's like meant to be.
It's just an uncooked potato.
Well,
think that is
I know
what it
for
is.
one of
Take a bite.
the toys you can get is literally just a glove.
Is that literally just a glove?
Your
Yes.
Also, I'm
Well, 'cause
pretty
so
sure that.
I went to
What do you-
McDonald's
Oh,
with a couple of friends.
Oh my
And this person in
god!
front of us
All right, that
The
was
potato
getting,
has
like,
a
Happy
lizard in
Meal,
it.
Right.
and the kid was like looking for a certain toy,
Right.
and then he kept like digging through for like 5 minutes, and finally he's like, "Oh, this one," and she's like, "Okay, yeah, sure, you can have the glove."
Just like a latex glove from the back room.
Like out of all things,
It's like a piece of
all the
trash
toys
they
you
left in
want.
the
It's like,
box.
ah, yes, the glove. This shall sustain me.
Mommy, I want the glove. Oh my god, it's mouth moves.
okay, now it's all of a sudden his
Bruh.
favorite thing.
And you have a home for it.
I would
now,
like to
too.
rescind my earlier comment. This is pretty nice.
This is the piece.
So the real question: have you even gotten into your McNuggets yet? Because I'm pretty sure I got you sweet and sour sauce.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I'm
unless they
working on
fucked
it,
that
dude.
up too, because they fucked up the.
Did they give you
apples.
your apple slices? Because
You didn't
Oh,
give him
yeah,
the new
no, let's
spicy
check.
sauce.
Hi guys,
Nah.
we're actually doing a
The spicy
McDonald's
sauce
food
is
review
awful.
today.
Yeah, it's a Happy Meal.
Travis
review.
Scott burger, let's fucking go!
A man who probably shouldn't be eating a Happy Meal is eating a Happy Meal. We're making him review it.
Wait, if we were sponsored by McDonald's, could we make our own burger?
The Buddy Cop burger. It's just charred.
No, it's just 10 patties with like.
No, guys, the
They park
like
you every
the,
single time, cook it for 10 minutes on the grill, and then they just
deep
take
fry
it.
it.
They
Deep
No, you
fry
guys know like
after.
the KFC like double down sandwich where it's just the buns are chicken,
Yes.
chicken,
Oh yes. I very much
but with the
appreciate
buns as McDoubles with buns as McChickens.
Oh my god.
And the whole
Oh,
thing costs
wait, I wanna try
$3.
one of these. It's been a while
Yeah.
since I had one.
it. This doesn't feel like an apple.
Yeah, McDonald's apples, or as I like to call them, plastic Chinese bits.
What?
It
Matt,
tastes like
be healthy
water.
and eat your apples, or eat Soren's apples, I guess.
Yeah. Also, why does the milk from McDonald's always taste like super sweet?
It tastes weird.
Because it's
'Cause
not
it
real
is.
milk.
It's
Gods and I
dilk.
described it as dilk.
Those apples actually aren't bad. I do like. I mean, it's an apple.
Okay, but the initial
But it's-
taste
it's
tastes like packaged baby carrots.
It is the LaCroix
Oh my
of
God,
apples,
you're right.
So that's what it is.
That's
it's
fair.
like there.
I would like to note for the record that this bag of apples had the perfect amount of apples for each member of this group to have exactly one, except for
McDonald's,
Robert.
please sponsor.
Except for
Except for
McDonald's.
Robert.
Please,
I'm
your
not-
apple
no, it
bags
tastes
are the
like
perfect
baby
size.
carrots.
You have to sponsor
I have
us
never
now.
been so sad. First you leave me out of beverages, now you're leaving me out of McApples.
You're not left out of beverages. We'll tell
You're
you
in
that much.
Montana, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, we're
Get for living
stockpiling
in
more
Montana.
beverages.
What kind of retard lives in Montana?
He normally lives here, but he's in Montana for school because he's a little bitch boy. He wanted to go to a Catholic.
Catholic.
Hey,
Oh, I'm
Not-
sorry for your loss.
Listen, buddy, when they're willing to pay half your
Being
tuition just for
Catholic.
going there, it's
I'm
great.
sorry for your loss. You're Catholic. You were born this way. I'm sorry that, your
Yeah,
family
that is an
members are
issue.
dead. Like, what are you trying to say there?
At least he isn't in Boston.
That's true.
At least he's not in
That's
Boston.
true, yeah.
Being in Boston
You know
is
who you
cringe.
are.
I'm not gonna lie. We're kind of the suckers in this situation because our state was just on fire for like a solid 2 weeks. So,
That's
Yeah.
true. However,
but you're about to get buried in snow like you do every
No,
year.
actually, our snow so far, they're saying it's not going to start snowing until like the first week in November, which is about a month late.
Bruh.
really.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That is. Wow, okay.
because all the wildfires produce like way too much heat, and so it's just dissipating and pushing off that snow.
Okay, well that makes sense. So now you can prep for your snow a month earlier.
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
break
I
out
already
the
am.
white
I've got my
Crocs.
shitty pair of boots, and I'm ready.
You're not gonna wear
Just
your
boots?
Crocs?
Dude's out there.
I wear the boots when I have to not
the
go on
snow
like, the
covers
cleared pathways.
everything else.
Yeah, it's
you're-
like getting out of a
Somebody's
bubble bath where you've got all the bubbles, but it's just he just gets outside completely nude, dives into a big pile of snow, and comes out on the other end with Crocs, and that's it.
Listen, buddy, I wouldn't do it nude. If anything, I do it in swim trunks.
Why, you got something to hide?
Yes.
That was a creepy question to ask. That's
Listen
something
here,
a
people, I want to
pedophile
charge
would
for
ask.
public nudity.
Does he know about
think you're
Chin's
going
Crocs and socks?
No.
He doesn't know
No,
chins
and he
at all.
won't until
Oh,
he
yeah.
sees me in person, which he won't.
So
Chins has never.
he acts
worn
like a
Crocs
dad,
or
and he
socks
wears
before.
Crocs all the
Is a
time.
dad.
That's hot.
All the time.
It's hot, yeah. Okay.
It's
I'm
kinda
essentially a
concerning.
dad who's adopted like 30 people.
and still hates his life.
Are you
Literally, there's like a 28-year-old I think, who calls me dad, and it's kind of awkward.
Well, yeah.
At
But
least there's an
you're
Y at the end.
Many years older than I am. Why are you still calling me dad? That's one of the concerning bits.
Because it's comedic.
Would it be? Is it weirder to call someone Dada or Daddy?
Daddy. Daddy is weirder.
Choke me, Dada.
Go full baby talk and just Dada.
I shit myself.
I seem to have shit my pants again. Furiously, and you've grown an extra 2 inches out of your seat due to
Sounds
the
like a
amount
really-
of shit.
Only 2 fucking rookie numbers.
Rookie, I go 2 foot.
I don't know what it is,
3
but for
booster
some
seats.
reason, like, you know the SpongeBob ripped pants song?
Rip my pants.
All I can imagine is you replace ripped with shit, you know?
Shit my pants. Yeah.
Shit my pants. That's a good one.
That tear is just his
Buddy
asshole
comes to a-
rupturing.
No, it's still a tear, but now it's brown.
It's a skid
Oh,
mark,
no.
fucking mile long.
The shit my pants is in response to ripped my pants because he rips his pants and then he shits and just stays sitting until it just congeals and like concretes over the hole.
Let's be entirely honest. here.
Self-sealing.
It's like flex steel.
Let's be
Robert, high
entirely
five the
honest.
mic on
Flex
3. 1,
shit.
2, 3.
It's like, remember like the...
I'm super disappointed that you didn't high five when I high fived.
Listen, buddy, it's kind of hard when there's like a 3-second latency.
I'm disappointed,
God.
Robert.
Yeah, you guys...
Matt, are you eating the cheese off the wrapper?
Are you eating the wrapper?
You're more overweight than I am.
You're taking bites of the wrapper.
No.
And you're not even sending me the cheese wrapper.
Why would you not eat the cheese off the wrapper?
Normal people.
Cheese.
No, you feed it to your dog because they're little bastards.
There's no dog here.
Okay, then you're a coward. Bring a dog.
We gotta tell Soren about our dog.
Or request to bring a dog. We have a few.
Or just bring one because that's what you've
considered
done.
it. That
never
There'd be
happened.
so much shit going on in this room. I didn't want to bring her, so we did.
Exactly what the dog even have to say.
The dog is the.
She's pretty
It's-
racist.
It typically falls asleep.
Yeah, she normally just like lays on the floor directly in front of me, stares at me for about 20 minutes, gets bored and falls asleep doing that, or she sits on the back of the couch attacking folds.
Binti actually goes.
Sometimes she's almost.
She goes burr. We should have brought the whippet because she goes burr,
No,
and
but
we
she
could
would
have
get-
had her eat Matt, and it would have been great. That's content right
Would
there.
do that.
Matt
Our dog
versus
fucking
whippet.
fours are a faggot.
a specific complexion that.
No, that's
No,
the,
that's not
the Italian
Wicked.
Greyhound whippet. You haven't
That's
met
the
whippet. Well, you
small-
probably have. You just don't know.
I met Wicked.
The brown one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wicked.
Racist
I've met
much,
Wicked.
but yeah.
Yeah,
Batman.
The tall, skinny
Get
one.
your
is how you
sweet
should
and
describe
sour
it.
sauce. I didn't pay for it for nothing.
You didn't pay
You
for it.
didn't
Come
pay
in the
for
middle,
it.
You fucking bimbo.
You got scammed by McDonald's. Like, yeah, sweet and sour. It's
Extra
$1.50.
$6.
No, I thought you said extra fries. Damn it, I've lost.
If only. There you go. I've never had McDonald's sweet and sour, but I knew
It's
that they
pretty
had-
good. I
take a
get it a
shot?
lot.
I don't want to take a shot.
What are you?
Just
Do you want no balls?
So my dad, like, on Sunday, right? My dad sends both Folds and I a message, and he's like, "We found this restaurant with an 8-pound cheeseburger." Not even a joke.
You picture this shit. It is like that big.
It's about this big. It's fucking huge.
takes
and the
up a
patty's
quarter
about
of-
this
Did you
big.
get one?
No.
Well, here's why.
So he's like, it's at Newport, right? And my dad and my mother went out there to do whatever. I think it was an anniversary or something like that. I don't remember.
It's
I
his
don't give
20th
enough of a
anniversary,
shit.
so they went down to the beach because that's where my mother wanted to go.
Yeah, so they're down there, and they go to the Newport Cafe, and they call us at like noon, and they say, "Do you want to come and have dinner in Newport?"
Which, let's be clear, we were gonna go garage sailing because it's Sunday.
Yeah, we
That's
were gonna go
garage
get something to
sailing
eat and
day.
then go garage sailing. Garage sailing is a thing, right? That's where I got this sick hat for $25, and that's where I got that chair for $3.
You know those McNuggets? All in a free bin, okay? That fuzz on it is extra free, okay?
We kind of scraped it off and sold it back, but we're like, nah, extra protein.
You're doubling your profit right there.
Turned a 50-cent profit.
No, man, you think somebody would pay 50 cents for McNugget mold? Are you fucking kidding me?
I would pay That'd be $30 for McNugget mold. Anyway.
Anyway, so they call us up. So we do 3 hours of garage sailing. We leave at 3 o'clock to drive all the way down to Newport. We get there and we see this cheeseburger. They literally have chandeliers that are the actual size of the burger.
Because they had
It's a
an
full
8-pound burger
model of it.
and a 5-pound burger.
So they've got
those
two of them that are just fucking huge. And my dad's like, "Oh, you're gonna eat this 8-pound burger? No balls. It's like a $40 burger." And I was like, "No, I'm not gonna die of meat sweats and cholesterol because you said that I don't have testicles. Go fuck yourself. If I don't have testicles, that's your fault. You
I
were
would die
greedy,
of
you
meat
little shit."
sweats.
So I didn't get that.
kept a
Instead,
Y
I ordered
chromosome from me.
the $40 ship captain and crew platter, which was 4 pieces of cod, 4 pieces of halibut, 4 pieces of clam strips, 4 pieces of
salmon fried.
fried salmon strips, a half pound of fries, and like what was the other one? It was oyster strips. That was it.
All that and no lobster?
No lobster.
didn't
No
have lobster.
They didn't really have. It was more of a deep fried place. It
Yeah.
wasn't a nice.
It was
place.
more like a comfort food place than a.
That makes sense then.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was more fish and chips than anything else. So I ordered all of that for the same price. And I was like, go fuck yourself. I'm going to eat a shit ton of fried food and still die of cholesterol in 2 years just
funny
to
thing
show
is-
you that you're a piece of shit.
The funny thing is, the ship captain and crew cost more than the burger.
Wait, it's literally just called Ship Captain and Crew. So you turn down a giant ass hamburger for a plate full of semen.
He's got a.
And I thought I was the gay one.
You're the gay one. You're the one who goes out of your way begging for dick in your ass for free.
That's true.
You went out of your way to eat semen instead of eating a hamburger.
One of them was a
like
boat,
man.
you piece of shit. It wasn't even a man.
You ate the boat?
Yes!
The ship captain and crew.
It made it easier to take the rest of the semen that didn't want to
So
come
a
out.
third of it was a boat. Fuck all of you. Anyway.
To be fair, though, looking at the burger, just the picture they had, because obviously they want to show you what it looks like. The picture they had, it was just fucking leaning all the way down to the left, and it's like, how do you eat that without cutting it into eighths, and it's still falling apart?
Wait, hold on. Is there a comma between ship and captain?
Yes. It's a captain between all of them.
Because if it was ship captain and crew, then the ship captain could be one. And
No.
then
No,
It's
it's
ship,
ship,
captain.
comma, captain, comma, crew.
That's sad.
That's because that's how much you're eating. It's like an entire ship's worth
Well,
of
yeah,
people.
but I was gonna try to make the argument that he wasn't actually eating a boat. But
False.
I was eating a boat.
The boat was good.
It was the
What was funny,
Titanic.
the waitress who actually came up, he said, "Who's getting this?" And he was like,
He was like,
"Me."
"Who's getting
And
the
she's
big
like-
one?"
She was like,
This is
"Just
all for you?
And it
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah." And then, okay, yeah, good luck, yeah, more power to you. And then just left. She was super uncomfortable by the fact that, he was eating this giant ass plate of food all
Yeah,
by
my plate was
himself.
double the size of everybody else's, and I finished the fucking thing. I was happy
Well,
with it, with the
that's
exception of some fries. I didn't eat
And
them.
You didn't eat the
And I brought them home. I didn't like the
oysters
oysters.
were
I,
gross.
I ate them, and then I literally had a gag reflex. They were so bad, and I was like, I normally like oysters. I like the shooters when they're like in the shell. That's pretty good. But if they add cocktail sauce, it's fucking disgusting. Because we had them in DC, and those were really, really good.
Those were good.
But I'm afraid that those were like really high quality, and the ones that I've been having recently in Newport are shit. Because I had some in Depot Bay, and they were terrible.
Thing
And I
about
had some just in Newport. On
thing
Sunday,
about
and they were bad.
oysters is there's not really like high quality.
What the fuck do you know about seafood?
A lot because I get seafood a lot.
I really doubt that because
No,
you can
no,
hardly
no.
eat.
The only
If I
thing
got
I
you
know
a
about
Happy Meal, you
seafood
wouldn't
is
be able
I
to finish
seafood
it.
No,
and
I can
eat
finish
it.
Happy
No,
Meal.
you have a
will
weird
kill you.
contract
Shut
with
the
the devil that
fuck
you can
up.
only eat half of a meal regardless of its
we're-
size.
that's
I could get you 2 grains of rice and you would eat one and throw out
I
the
had
other.
3
because you couldn't
tacos
eat it.
earlier.
You know what? You
Okay,
probably had
out of
6
6,
to
that's
start.
the thing.
Okay, so let's be clear. Remember that one time when you and Robert were gonna split a burger, and he cut the burger in half. He ate his half, and you ate half of that burger. You fucking weirdo. You remember this?
No,
I
the
The
remember
reason I
this.
know about
Colder.
oysters is because when we were in
He's trying to
Boston, we
deny
had
it.
like 2 dozen oysters.
I don't believe
$1
you
per
at all.
oyster. They were good.
I mean, fair enough.
Anyway,
Sorry, the Sprite is getting to me. It's going through my digestive tract and trying to regurgitate out of my mouth like that. But just, I'm trying to be civil.
I'm trying to force
Which
it.
is, I'm trying to force
It's harder
it.
with
Vomits
energy
everywhere.
drink. I can't burp as well with energy drink. It disappoints
Oh
me.
shit. So what have you been up to
Vomits
recently, Soren?
everywhere.
Other than not eating spaghetti, that's a new detail.
Oh, God, it's been a wild ride.
I'm so funny.
So you left high school. What happened then? Because I haven't talked to you since.
Google.
Yeah, I got a job at Google. I've been working there for a while. Over
Really?
quarantine, I started a company, so now I'm going to be quitting my job at Google at the end of the year to do that full time.
Oh shit.
Really?
Really?
I might be just yeeting out of the United States, depending.
Would you like
Alright.
to fund
Explain.
the Buddy Cop Boys podcast?
I'll hire you. I'll be a sponsor. I'll give
Hold
you,
on, hold on.
What is your
What is your-
company?
Yeah.
Because as far as we know, this could be like a condom company.
I don't care. Free money's free money. You shut your fucking mouth.
All right.
I wouldn't mean. Well, I mean, there's the government gives out a bunch of free ones, so it's kind of sad.
No. Because you make new ones that are like Flex Seals, so that way they're actually like 100% effective.
Spray on condoms.
You guys,
That is genius!
It'll never come off.
No. In order to get it off, you have to
Just
use the
rubber
attached
cement?
razor blade.
Reminds me of the fucking scene where he's got the screwdriver to his foot. It's like that, but on your dick. And you're trying to pull it off, and it just ain't working.
It's the thing from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the spray on shoes, but it's a spray on
It's just
condoms.
rubber
That's
cement.
literally the joke we have been making for the past 5
was
minutes,
my
and you're
issue.
repeating it now.
The worst part is, I imagine small Flintlock just applying this in front of his whole class and just
Drops his pants.
condom.
Sprays it on flaccid so when it goes erect, fucking
Yeah,
just
but-
crusty.
it just stays.
If you spray it on plastic, you go hard.
But how do you deal with the pee hole?
Oh, that would feel bad.
How do you?
Don't say that ever again.
Jesus Christ.
Here at Spray on Condoms, I'd just like to announce that our products are 100% safe to use and effective, unlike the leading brand's 98%.
You'll never
You
have
want to take it
children
off?
90
urinate again. Anyway, so what is this business you've got?
It's a fun little detour. I do a digital marketing company for local businesses.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you market for other people.
pretty much, yeah. I mostly,
So how do you do your marketing?
So now it's like Shark Tank. So
oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it's-
All right.
Oh,
What?
fuck.
He's already got the business. We don't need to pitch
Yeah,
anything. What the fuck
people
are we
who go
gonna
on
give
Shark Tank have their businesses already. They're looking for
This is
funding.
reverse
dipshit.
Shark Tank.
I'm here for money.
We don't have funding.
I
We
know
can
you
even
people.
have-
I bought him a
Guys,
Happy
guys,
Meal. Why the fuck
guys.
would I do that?
It's a reverse job interview. He's.
Yeah, I'll market for you guys.
Yeah, okay.
So anyways, I work in 2 industries. Ironically, the firearms industry and the funeral industry. No, that's not even a joke.
That
is
is-
legit.
That's pretty
I
great.
kid
That
you
is a
not.
pretty good
Just
pair.
Yeah, I'm just covering all my bases, alright?
Yeah.
I'm playing both sides, so I always come out on top.
fuck's sake, he's quoting the meme.
But yeah, I primarily do stuff like Facebook, Instagram ads, Google ads, like pay-per-click type stuff, SEO. It is incredible what you can convince boomers to do nowadays.
Guys, this isn't a virus. What are you talking about? These are just single
Don't like
friends
being
near you.
I also happen to run an IT company.
This is a really good idea.
So you're saying you're gonna yeet out of the U.S.
Yeah.
to where?
Well, here's the thing. When you own your own business, the U.S. government fucking hates you.
No, the Oregon government hates you.
No, the federal government hates you too.
Some states don't do that
Yeah,
as much. That's
only
the thing.
state that is safe is South Dakota. South Dakota is heaven if you own your own business.
It's
Texas
the
is
worst of
pretty
the
good, too.
Dakotas.
No,
That's
even
the
Texas is pretty bad. Like, so on a
Not
federal
as
level,
good.
Let him explain.
I do my taxes.
He has a business.
Yeah. So
We
without
don't.
I do my
deductions,
taxes.
Regardless of like which state I live in, unless it's in like South Dakota, I'm getting taxed 48% of my earnings.
Oh shit.
48%. Half my money is going to the government. But that's why, you do smart things. You do deductions, you get yourself an accountant from Malaysia that you pay like $5 an hour. Really good idea, by the way.
No, Tic Tacs. Just go with Tic Tacs. They think it's money.
Tax.
This is
shiny
future
rocks.
money.
Give him
I wonder where that
Mentos every once in a while.
$750 came from. Continue, please.
But yeah, the way that you're able to do it is that you legally move to South Dakota because there's no state tax there, no income tax. And then you're outside the United States for like the majority of the year.
You
And then
can
you don't
eat-
have to pay anything in taxes. It's
Wait.
great.
You can illegally move?
No, legally. Well, a lot of people legally move.
He means by like changing your address
Yeah.
so that you are like legally registered in the state, not
Oh.
like illegally moving to South
Yeah,
Dakota.
it's like UPS
Wait,
is based
so-
in Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well,
But
no,
UPS
actually, I mean,
operates in a lot more places.
I'd just be homeless, technically, luxuriously homeless.
So you would just be like a
Sure.
glorified Bernie Sanders, couch surfing your way to fame.
But actually smart.
Except
You could
I have
become one
money.
of those.
Can you
van
be like?
people.
So Bernie Sanders is like what 4 houses now or something like that.
yeah.
I think he's got money, but
well, that's because I take other people's money.
millionaires and billionaires the year after
Oh,
billionaire
that's the type of
class.
podcast we're on. All right.
Fucking buying
down to play.
Bethesda.
We try not to go too far into it, but we do it anyway.
Yeah.
Because nobody listens to us anyway, so who the fuck cares?
Hi, 5% of people.
Hi. 6 people who actually watch this podcast.
It's not
Probably
true.
on loop.
It's just Fouts laughing at how funny he is over and over again.
It's not even like I
Don't
leave
you
it
dare.
alone. I'm there
Don't you fucking
every
dare do it to
day.
them.
We are not going.
I don't know if you know.
No, he
but I'm
doesn't.
gonna
Let him
explain-
watch. Don't know
I'm gonna
anything.
explain a quick story. It's just for you. So there was this one
No,
time.
you're not allowed to explain
It
it.
was-
I will
Kill
explain it because
myself.
you're not going to be able to stop laughing. Okay,
Here we go.
we're driving in a car home. He's making jokes.
I hate you.
He's the one driving. Driving quick. He won't shut up about making jokes. This one vomits because he's laughing too hard.
What?
So he's now laughing at how funny he is because he was so, quote, gut-bustingly funny that he made somebody
He
vomit.
was driving and he threw up while driving because of how funny he
Because of
was.
how funny.
Anyway, couple weeks later, move on to the podcast. We tell the story on the podcast. Makes him laugh about thinking about how funny he was. Moving on. He's then putting on tags for the video, listening to the video, and it gets to the part where he starts laughing about it. So, sitting there at his computer, not on the podcast or anything like that, listening to it, hears himself laugh about thinking about how funny he was, starts pissing himself laughing, gets on the podcast the next week to tell the story about the time that he listened to himself think about the time when he thought about how funny he was, and starts pissing himself laughing again. 4 weeks in a row he does this.
Welcome to week
This is
6.
like, yeah, this is the 6th week now where he's thinking about, listening to thinking about how he was funny.
No, you don't understand. Until you've made someone laugh so hard they fucking throw up. You don't understand. You just don't. Oh God, it brings me to tears every time.
Go again.
Shit.
Here we go again.
That's what you missed. That's why I had to explain it, because you could see his reaction to it. The rest of us are all starting to build up an immunity to it. He still thinks he's the funniest fucking person.
It hurts to laugh.
Yeah, I know.
Take his inhaler. Take it away right now.
There was that one time when I was laughing so hard I had an asthma attack. and I-
About this topic.
About this time, yeah.
Laughing about how funny he was, having an asthma attack, thinking he doesn't have his inhaler, but he does.
I didn't realize.
Also
care
didn't
about-
check.
No, I checked. I checked the wrong part.
He didn't even care that he was literally dying. He was just so
I was
concerned
trying
with how
not to
funny
laugh
he
as hard,
is.
I'll be honest, but just from the sheer hilarity that it was me, I couldn't hold it back. I think you could understand.
So, you said you worked at Google. What do you do?
Oh.
He's the coffee
On the
runner
books,
pro.
sales, off record, nothing.
I was gonna. What?
Bruh.
Yeah. Okay. So my
Hello,
official
sir. Would
job-
you like to use our Gmail account?
Oh, you already have 3? Okay, have a nice day.
Yeah, like I'm on their Chromebook team, so I'm supposed to be like, like, hey,
Ah.
you own a school, buy a Chromebook. I don't do anything, and I can say this because I know there's no way anyone in Power at Google is going to be listening to this unless they're like auto tracking this. But yeah,
they listen to our podcast just to know whether or not we talk about Google.
that's
Yeah, they're gonna have to sift through a lot of
Those
random
are
bullshit to
They'll
get
have
to
to
this
get
point.
through me laughing at the
Yeah.
thought of how funny I am.
And once they reach that part, they tune out.
that's the block. Yeah,
Once they get
just
there, they're like,
hear-
all right, that's the drop off, the attention.
I think
bit."
it was once we went on like a 3-minute rant about fucking McApples.
That tasted
That's
like
an interesting
carrots.
topic.
No,
Okay, so you just don't do anything?
I mean I show up.
sometimes.
That's about it. That's the reason I've stayed at this job for so long. I've been there for like 2 years.
And they
now.
like sent you on trips too, right?
Oh yeah, they will like straight up like a couple times a year just send you to like a
Google.
party in LA or like San Diego, and they go all out. There's like food, there's like go-go dancers and stuff,
Food.
unlimited drinks. It is wild. Everyone
It's-
goes crazy at these things. We had like last party we had like I think it was like 16 people get fired for getting too drunk.
I love that so
I
much.
mean,
Imagine
it
not
is
caring
Google.
enough about your job, so you're
Like,
fucking
I'm pretty
hammered.
sure the
Just
only other
freaking
people who spend that much is like
Fuck
Nike
yourself over.
or anyone else of that
So
size.
why don't you just work on your business at Google?
Aha. And
I'd
And then
like
you
to
just make-
rescind
Do you
the
actually-
comment.
Do you actually
Just make
go
double
somewhere?
the money. Like, why would you choose to do anything else?
I mean, that's what I do, but that's what I do right now. But since my business is a lot more profitable than Google, at least in its current state, and continuing on, I mean, might as well, considering it's far less workload. I don't even have to show up anywhere. Everything I do is just handled by my
can I
VAs.
buy a stock for a penny right now?
Hey, you got your
Yeah,
Happy Meal.
you-
That's
yeah,
$4
that's your stock.
worth.
In 15 years, I bought you a Happy Meal once.
How much did that improve? Did you keep the moldy
Yeah,
nuggets?
I feel like you know.
I mean, the regular
Yeah,
nuggets
no,
that
sorry.
we
This was
buy
all
at
just a
Fridays.
ruse to like get your money. So
No, yeah,
you're
sure.
gonna have to owe us something
No,
for
I
that.
will
Happy
actually officially endorse you guys if you want.
Wait, does that mean I get to tick the box that says include paid promotion?
Yes!
Oh my god, it's so happy.
We paid him, though, in food. Shut up, man! It's an investment!
It's a $4 investment.
I'm actually curious if I tick that box, but there's no paid like stuff in it. Like, will
what's
anyone get
gonna-
angry?
Wait, hold on. Does this mean that we can now have a clickbait title that just says how we used one Happy Meal to get infinite money?
Yes.
Yes,
I think
actually,
we
yes.
We started with a happy.
Okay.
Look where we are.
By rules of
Started
literally
from the bottom
clickbait, yes, yes we can. According to the Bible of clickbait, apparently
One
that's a
Happy
thing
Meal
now.
equals infinite money. Title complete. That's it.
Yeah, guys, please buy my course. Only $2,000 buy-in.
Selling a pyramid
Only?
scheme now. I'm not even gonna lie when I say I thought when you were leaving high school that you were gonna start doing a pyramid scheme or something like that. Like you would set up something like that. I can see you doing it easily.
Pyramid scheme, I thought you said extra fries. Next
I mean, hell, you went into sales. I can see you doing a
I
pyramid.
appreciate that, honestly.
Just starting a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
You'd have like robes and shit. You'd be like, all right, if you get to
That's
the
a
top, you get
cult.
the yeah.
That's
But it's
not
a
a
pyramid. It's a triangular cult.
That's a cult! Yeah, it's like a regular.
Get what they used to do back then.
Not quite. Those were cones. They went all the way. They were like
They used
dunce
dunce
caps.
caps. Yeah, they used dunce caps, and then they just put their sheets over the top.
Except
of
for
it.
like the really early ones where they were boxes, you know?
Yeah.
You remember those ones? Those ones were actually
they
kind
were
of
the
scary.
cringe ones.
They were the cringe ones. They actually committed violence.
Ew, gross.
What?
Unironically, I kind of do want to
The
start a cult.
KKK.
Sorry, what?
Happy Meal equals infinite money and a cult scheme.
Okay, no, hear me out. This is actually a good idea. I thought about this last week.
I started
Okay.
a cult.
So, step one, go to Japan, right? Okay, in Japan, like I think it's like what 60% of people, the age of 30, they're virgins, right? They never went out. There is a serious problem in Japan. I go over there, I start a cult of personality, like flapping around my big American, and like being like, "Hey, Japanese men, I can teach you how to get girls, how to get games, how to be a Giga Chad." All you have to do, all you have to do is pay $9.97 for my course.
But none of them speak English, so
Oh, yeah.
they just know you that you're speaking gibberish.
No,
Yeah.
you delivered in like Hebrew or something.
Braille. Everybody knows Braille, retard.
Braille.
give
Speaking
it-
in Braille.
You just give it an ASL.
No, it's just a Google Translate voice, just like saying the entire thing super broken. But yeah, unironically, I was doing research on that. That could work. And like that could be legitimately profitable, and I kind of want to do it.
Thinking you're on a list
like,
now. I'm just gonna.
I
I'm gonna
wish
start a
I
cult
could
in
have
Japan.
voted
I've
on
always
y'all's
been on a
senior
list.
class. I totally would have voted you most likely to start a cult. Like, easily,
Most
I
likely
can
to
see
start
you
a
doing
cult
that.
and a pyramid scheme.
Both at the
And
same
combine
time.
them.
Combine the two.
If you join my cult, you'll move up a level in the pyramid scheme.
If you bring in 30 more
Admitting to the
members.
people that it's a pyramid scheme, so they know what's happening, but they like the idea of going up the ranks.
they like the idea of triangles. That's how you draw them in.
You reach
They
level
know
What
9.
you do is if you
squares.
market it as an RPG where, you know, the more people you get in, the higher your level is.
What, like back to like the
Raid
dating
Shadow
idea?
Legends.
What, level 9 you actually get laid?
Is this just
You only
Raid
have to
Shadow
pay
Legends?
level 9. you
The
just
massive
buy 'em.
MMORPG that's fun for you and me?
We already have a sponsor.
It's this man.
A permanent sponsor.
We're gonna help him
Do you
join
have
the
anybody
cult.
working for you, or is it just you?
Technically, I have 2 virtual assistants. They're off in Malaysia, and I just have them do pretty
Siri
much
and Alexa, okay.
No, legit. I don't
Siri
know
and
what the
Alexa.
fuck their names are. This is something I can't even pronounce. But anyways, I pay them like both like $150 a month each, and I just throw whatever I want at them. Hey, do this spreadsheet. Oh, okay. Hey, email this client. Oh, okay. It is honestly, I think everyone should have a virtual assistant, even if you don't even have a business, because you can actually have them like do your homework and shit. It is incredible.
I can see you doing that too in high
They
school.
are
I wouldn't.
crazy smart, and you pay them pennies on the dollar. Take advantage of the third world.
What happy meal the American dream.
Here's my sponsor, by the way.
Oh
That's yours.
shit! That pays
One
for the
Happy Meal gives us
Yeah.
the American
Wait,
dream.
did you give us $5 or is that $1?
Yeah.
I want to pay for the Happy Meal.
One
Give me the
Happy Meal later, and I'm reigniting.
Fuck,
my
why are you
obsessed
taking?
I'll
I spent $4
do
on
that.
No, give it to him. He
I'm
bought the Happy Meal.
No, it's
I'm
actually,
making money off a Happy Meal.
getting-
now.
If anyone's getting podcast money, it's Twig.
No, he bought the
I
Happy
gave him like $100 for the
He did. He did give 100.
biggest investment into the podcast.
He paid for the Happy
ruined the
Meal.
first mixer, and then the second one broke, and he bought the good one, and I gave him $100 for the good
For
one.
like almost everything that we have in
Yeah,
here.
almost, pretty much.
Oh, with the
This doesn't
exception-
mean I'm your personal assistant.
You
What
are
the
the
fuck?
Malaysian people.
You are the
I literally do the
Hold on.
recording, the editing, and the uploading of
Here's
everything.
Here's the question. Would you be able to tell your assistants, hey, go pay for this thing? And
I
then
mean, yeah, they have access to like my PayPal. So.
But yeah, they'd be like
come
comedy
to
funds.
your
Yeah.
money, I think, with
Yeah, it'd just
their
be a
money.
business.
Oh, no.
No, their money is rocks. They
Can
don't
you
have
wire
their money.
transfer $500 to my account today? I'm running
Why didn't
low
we
on funds.
start this as a media group,
That's a good question.
and then it becomes a business, and then we can do things like write-offs for business expenses,
Yeah.
like props and
Like
shit.
everything.
Totally don't mean like $600 of weed, but like
No, actually, you can write that off.
Yeah,
like
no.
all your equipment, just
Yeah,
register
no.
as an LLC. It's like $100 in Oregon, and you're good to go. That
I
just
ain't
requires
paying
making
fucking-
money.
Yeah, we ain't gonna make any money though. That's the thing.
Well, we made $5.
We can just have a permanent
technically
garage
one
sale
before we
going
went to
on.
McDonald's.
Look at IRS comes in, kicks your door down. Where's the $5?
I thought you said extra 5.
Here, well, we have
come
this
over
shit
and
we
put you in
found
a
in a
chokehold.
garage sale.
He
And they're
allowed-
like, oh, we've got it.
IRS
I
kicks
can't
down our
breathe.
door. Where's the $5 Lucas
Wait.
turns around?
Can we get the world record for the loudest under the table deal?
Oh, I love it. Under
Loudest
the table.
under the
Hardly know
table
it.
deal. That's a good idea.
No, because
Under
we
the
have to
Dave
describe
deal.
it as a click.
Under the Dave. By the way, the plywood's name is Dave because we have never actually had a real table. This is a piece of plywood on a keyboard stand.
It lives in a
Hi, Dave.
That's what we went with. We looked at him with that's Dave now.
Dave is a
We're
cuck,
naming
by
the
the way.
plywood because it's never gonna leave the podcast.
Dave is in fact a cock.
in the
Plywood.
chat.
Yes.
Oh my god, this is our version of Plank from Ed, Ed and Eddie. And we were talking about this morning. We're gonna make a cult where Plank is the god.
We did talk about that. That's totally unrelated to what we were talking about today. Or the
Oh
podcast.
god, that was fucking weird.
But would you like to hear of how I actually helped found a cult?
Excuse me?
What?
Yeah, I'm a founding member of a cult.
Which cult? And how
The
can
bread
I join?
cult.
That's
How can I join?
Bread cult.
Oh,
Go on.
by the way, she's got a mean dolphin impression and has literally died. Continue.
This is true.
I'm gonna have to hear the dolphin impression real quick.
Always say.
I had to give you some basic details so that way you know what you were walking
Yes, and
into
then
here.
part 2 is she has died.
Yeah, she died, made a deal with Satan.
That's not
and
as
I
in-
want to have a killer dolphin impression. If not, I'm not giving you my soul.
I want a killer
Yeah,
dolphin
my
impression.
soul.
Dead in hell. And she's like, if you don't give me a dolphin impression, you're not getting me. And Satan's like, I don't think that's how this works. She's like, yeah, it is.
dolphin impression.
He's like, shit.
Just peer
okay.
pressured Satan into giving you a dolphin
Come on,
impression.
man, everybody's
sending you
doing
back.
it. All the other demons are doing it, man. What the fuck? You're gonna get outshined by your friends.
They're all making dolphin impressions.
I imagine like Satan from South Park with Saddam
She
Hussein.
just goes down. God's giving everyone dolphin impressions. Are you not as powerful as
You a
God?
bitch! What are you, little bitch boy, Satan, devil looking ass? Masturbating to Bob the Builder looking ass?
I've never masturbated to Bob.
Can I answer any other questions you have?
I think we've covered all the bases.
But there's no sound coming out.
So a bread cult, huh?
Yeah, so I was on this retreat, and there was this bread, and it was really, really good bread.
Wheat bread, I knew it!
I barley know
Master! Ninth grade master!
The long story short is there were 4 or 5 of us there, and the waiter guy came out, and we had already finished the bread before the meal even started, and he was like, "Do you want another loaf of bread?" And one of the girls was like, "Yes, and then she was like, "Nope, thank you. I meant to say thank you." And then he left, and she goes, "I almost said I love you," because she loved the bread so much that she actually fell in love with this guy just for offering to bring her more bread. There was a couple other things that happened that
Made
night
like a
that
small
made us
shrine.
go, yeah, not yet.
Ah, yes.
Not yet!
Just go, okay, so we're a club of bread, and we're like, no, this is more than a club, this is a gang. And then there was something that happened to do with a water bottle spilling onto a plate, and then instead of just like wiping it up, the guy just like picked up the plate and slurped it down while staring our professor in the eyes
What
while he's
the
giving a speech.
fuck?
It sounds like a...
And then we're like, you know what? We're straight up a cult now.
To assert
and so,
dominance.
That's
we
a
were
power.
able to convince the waitstaff to give us the bread recipe, and for each of our consecutive birthdays, we have made the bread.
Do you have the recipe?
I do.
Could you potentially bring some onto the podcast next week?
Give bread.
Is there cocaine in
I
this?
don't know because I don't know.
This is
how
like
to
bootleg
make
Catholic.
Could we
Wondering
say,
how good it is?
let's get this bread?
Yes, we could say, let's get this.
That's
fucking
next
bread.
episode's title.
Theoretically,
Maybe
we
not
can get
next
this bread.
week, but maybe in a couple weeks, so I have time to. 'cause I
Alright,
have
I'm
all
not
my
gonna
plate.
remember.
Hold it. Do we need the
Regardless.
Catholic's opinion on the bread, though? Because,
Oh,
like...
don't worry about it. One of the founding
Jesus is
members
the bread.
Catholic, It's fine.
I forgot about that.
Jesus
Wait,
is
what
the
mean?
bread.
You don't know about that?
The thing that solidified.
It's such a good thing.
Yes!
Jesus is the bread.
Oh, yeah.
So the
Jesus
thing
is
that
the
solidified
bread.
it as a cult and not just a gang was when we were making the bread on our own the first time. One of the girls, she goes, "All right, I'm a yeet on out of here," and then she turns around, comes back into the kitchen, and goes, "I'm a yeast on out of here," and then we're like, "All right, there you go."
So you guys didn't instantly hang yourself from the garage?
Did you guys not drink a bunch
Shame.
of Kool-Aid one night? And never recover?
You know, I was gonna make a joke about
My
that, but the
dorm room's
punchline was
called
too long.
Jonestown.
You can leave now.
So did the girl ever follow
Said I was
up
gonna
back with the
make-
waiter?
I don't. He brought us more bread, and she looked at him very adoringly. But she kept her mouth shut because she was afraid that she was accidentally going to profess her love to him. Although we did have a singles Valentine's Day party back when we were all single, and we did decide that was actually when she was getting married to the bread man, even though he wasn't there.
The bread.
The bread.
Okay.
So wait,
Sorry,
you're,
bread boy.
you're telling me I've been
Bread
wasting
man.
my time on Tinder when all I can do is just go to like Safeway, buy like a $3 thing of bread, and be like, "Hey
Dude, just
girl."
buy a baguette and give it to Matt, and
this
he'll
was
fucking
like-
drop to his knees right there.
You were dropping your knees regardless of the bread. Just dangle bread in front of people's faces, just like, you know you want it.
Get a fishing pole. Okay, so we're driving in.
Be quicker than that.
No, so we're driving in, right? And Franz tells me, all right, I'm going to become a trillionaire one day, and I'm going to pay a lot of people to get fishing poles and $1 bills and dangle them in front of homeless people. And I was like, the problem is that I can see him doing it. And then we start talking about, like, he could run like a
the
homeless
homeless
shelter.
people came up was because we yelled at homeless people and told them to just get home.
You did do that earlier.
Wait, I missed that. What was that?
But
So
how-
this is home on 99, and Lucas is just, we're driving by, and he just screams, "Why are you homeless? Just get a home!" And then we're sitting like, it's not that hard, guys. Like, we're just being assholes, pretty much. It was pretty funny. So we're driving past the same homeless people, and we start driving by and everything, and we start talking about what he could run a homeless shelter, right? And so we're saying like he could have like a reward system where when you come in, you get like a carnival goldfish, but you get like 2 strikes, and if you get to your second strike, he just takes the goldfish and flushes it dead or alive, just instantly in a bag, everything. Like you never actually get a bowl; you have to like carry it around in the bag full time. And so he's sitting there at like dinner or something. This one guy goes for thirds, and he just takes the fish and chucks it against the fucking wall. It was a pretty interesting discussion that we had about the treatment of the homeless.
We typically go on long tangents about weird situations that we make up where we torture random humans for being alive.
We talked about a cop that we found at Joanne's, who was at Joanne's for a solid day, and we had a radio conversation between the two of us about how the dude's been at Joanne's the whole time, but he keeps radioing into the chief like, I'm still at Joanne's, chief. And then eventually he gets
Fabric's
fired
looking
because he's been
fine.
at Joanne's for hours and won't fucking leave. So
Because this all stemmed because we saw one cop who was literally just standing outside of Joanne's. He wasn't going in. He wasn't talking
it's
to
like right
anybody.
at the start of social distancing, and he's standing outside staring at this line of people waiting to go into Joanne's.
Probably because he was mitigating the line.
He wasn't doing anything.
There was
He
nobody
was
at
just
Joanne's. Who
fucking-
the fuck do you think goes to Joanne's?
They used to have a
There's like 2
huge
people.
line.
2 people in a line.
It's not a real line. Yeah, no. It was
Yeah,
their
that's
line.
a segment.
That was like a half a conga.
Line segment.
Oh god. But yeah, that happened. Oh, remember when we laughed for 2 straight hours on Sunday? I remember that.
So we're driving
yeah.
home, right? And it's super late, driving home, and he's sitting there making me laugh to the point of crying, doing like 60 down 99. Can't fucking see, and I'm just sitting there laughing my ass off, about to crash into a fucking median because he
Also
won't
really
just
sad.
shut the fuck up.
Well, here's why. Okay, so when we went garage sailing, right? So we did
Here's
that.
why I was trying to kill us both.
No.
I
Like,
wasn't
so then-
trying to.
Then we drove.
He won.
Then we drove down to Newport to go have dinner with our family, and it was already like around 6 o'clock. Then we talked to them for like another hour. Around 7, we're down there because they just want to see the hotel and everything. We were hanging out.
It's like a 5.5 hour drive there and back.
Right. So then we left again, and they're like, "Oh, be safe." And he was talking about how tired he was. I'm like, "Well, you're not gonna fall asleep if I'm constantly making you laugh for 2 hours." And he's like, "I think we're still gonna crash." And I'm like, "Not for the same reason, though." And then just the jokes ensued. We screamed at a bunch of people on the street. That was pretty funny. And yeah, so we didn't crash because he got tired. We almost crashed because of my hilariousness. And that would have
Like I considered pulling over because I just couldn't see. I got to the point where my stomach really started to hurt.
Didn't that happen on the time you guys were thinking about laughing?
No, that wasn't thinking about laughing. That was making a joke about secret garage sales where we break into people's homes and just start taking their shit.
And they'd be like, "Coach, get out of my house!" Yeah, we were garage sailing, and he was just like, "That person's got the garage closed, but I think it's a garage sale." It's like, as I like to call it, surprise garage sale, secret garage sale. And he's breaking and entering, or as I like to call it, surprise garage sale.
It was great.
Yeah, so
We have no problem.
that's pretty much what we've been up to for the
Water
past
garage
while.
sales.
Yeah, this week is going to be week 4 of garage sales. It's going to be great.
Okay.
Garage sailing the 7 seas.
Sometimes you don't find anything. Sometimes you find weird shit, and sometimes you don't find anything.
Yeah, one time we went to an estate sale and saw a bunch of dolls everywhere.
Yeah. What's the weirdest thing you guys have bought from a garage sale?
Something we've bought or something we've found.
I don't know. What's just the weirdest thing besides the dolls? That's not weird.
Well, this
No,
hat.
no,
that I
no,
ordered-
the
no,
dolls
no,
were
no,
fucking
no.
weird.
No,
They were lined
dolls
up.
are normal,
No, the
right?
dolls were lined up in their
no.
living room on furniture and shit.
Yeah,
and it was
no,
just
no.
house
They were the
was
hyper
so-
realistic.
No, that's just old lady shit. Like,
creepy,
The house
though.
was full of them.
yeah.
And they're like
They
they're
had them on the pillowcases, not dolls. They were embroidered on pillowcases and blankets and shit.
Yeah. And like you would like there was the room of dolls, and then just like throughout you'd see one doll just sitting on a fucking dresser or something, and it would just be waiting in the room. There was a doll in almost every single room that wasn't a closet. Pretty sure. There was a
Trust
doll
us,
in
Why-
one
we
closet.
looked in the closet.
Yeah. Why weren't there any in the closets?
Because they had them
Because
all
there
out.
are no gay dolls, you dumbass.
I was gonna make that joke.
Wait, no. The gay dolls would be out of the closet.
Yeah,
They're only
there's
the
no
ones
closet.
hiding their sexuality in the
Yeah,
closet.
but let's be real here. These
Still,
dolls are
you're
made in
gay
the
if you're in
50s.
the
Being
closet.
gay wasn't okay.
Being gay wasn't invented yet.
Never okay.
One Happy Meal equals anti-gay rhetoric. The podcast.
How did we get from a Happy Meal to being homophobic?
We went from a Happy Meal to homophobic.
How I traded my way up from a Happy Meal to being homophobic.
Is that up or down?
I'm sure that's a title.
It's to the left.
I would argue it's up.
No, right.
It's
Are
to
you
the
sure
right.
you still want to sponsor this shit? We're never gonna make money. Okay, this is a good thing we're not on video. Cause I remember you doing that shit in fucking. We were doing the freeze game. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was on stage that you did
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It wasn't even in our class. It was on our TA class.
Yeah.
Right before
No,
we had.
it was
like,
on
5
stage in front of an audience.
No, it wasn't. I remember
I'm
I was
pretty
there.
sure
I
it
partnered
was.
up with him. So we're sitting there doing the freeze game where they kept saying freeze.
Buddy
And you had to
Cop
kind of
Live.
like start a scene based off of whatever position you were stuck in. So you'd say pose, freeze, and that kind of shit. So he does a full on Heil, and I was like, you can't do. And then they freeze, and then all of a sudden, fucking Gracie looks over and goes, Soren Peterson, and it was like, oh my god, because you fucking froze in that.
You see, I don't think that nearly compares to you with your witch hats in Alabama.
That was a good one. I wish we had a full audience for that, but that was just our class. I was we got a lot of pointy hats in Alabama. That was a good one. I'm pretty proud of that one. Even
But then
Todd
also
enjoyed
the
that
time that during the game where you come up with different names for something, and there was, what was it? Was it coffee or coffee maker?
one. Coffee. It was different coffee makers, and you called it anti-Mormon.
Oh yeah.
I remember that vividly.
That was in front of an audience.
That one was
That
on
was
stage
funny.
in front of an
I don't
audience.
regret that.
That was a,
That was hilarious.
and even better, we had a bunch of Mormons in our class.
Half the class, easily.
Half the class. And then as soon as they all left, after
were
they
like
graduated, we made non-stop Mormon jokes in that class, which I found hilarious.
This is true. That was when your class left. Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as y'all graduated.
Todd was making Mormon jokes as soon as your class left.
Dude, everyone hated my class. My class sucked.
It did. So did ours.
Yeah,
Ours was garbage.
like just because of like the people in that class, like every
And I
morning.
think you know exactly why who was in our class that
yeah.
was garbage.
Yeah, no, there was a very small group of people that in your
Let's
class
drop
that was
some
garbage.
It was not a small
Yeah.
group. It was the large
No,
majority
yeah.
of the group.
There was a strong presence in that school. Every morning, I just wish for somebody to finally snap and shoot up the school. Like, you know, like everyone has those fantasies, like, oh, if the school shooter comes out, I'll come up, I'll grab the gun. I'll be like, bro, do you have an extra? I'll help you out.
Or
No,
I'll
you
be
just
like,
direct him where to go.
I'll be
It's
waiting.
illegal.
that
I knew
way.
you were gonna show up and you throw like a Glock mag at him. He's like, oh yeah.
I've got a
Like
P250
point the students to
way.
quote safety while actually pointing them the
You rip off and
Oh
you've got
no,
like a
don't
vest
shoot
of
me.
just
I'm not
bamboo.
painting a target on my chest.
Hurry! I saw him go left. Everyone, go right. No,
Be
those
the
sounds
one
are
guy,
an
so I
illusion.
have a map. This is where all the high density classrooms are. This is the special ed district if you're interested. Don't worry, they can't run as fast.
They think it's laser
especially
tag,
not
so they're gonna
skateboards. Oh shit, this is horrible. We're bad people.
Can we even leave this in?
Of course we can. Who's gonna fucking listen to this podcast?
That's not the
It
point.
never,
like an
it never
hour in.
happened. Okay. Like, that's the problem with, like, okay, like other schools, they'd have people that are edgy. They'd like come to school and stab people. All of our edgy people in high
What
school
the fuck?
just killed themselves. That is it.
Yikes.
This is true.
It's like, I don't know, it was this weird thing. We never had like anything actually interesting happen. So many
I
things.
want a goddamn school shooting.
Yeah,
All we
yeah,
have
is that too much to ask?
suicides.
Is that too much to ask? Like, after I graduate, why hasn't anybody shot up the school? Yeah, like, come on.
You know, sometimes
No
you
bomb
like,
threats.
At least burn it
There
down.
have been bomb threats
There
there.
have been bomb threats. I actually, somebody in my French
What the fuck?
class,
We actually had fires.
yeah, somebody in my French class got a death threat in the middle of class. It was Mrs. Carlson, you know what I'm talking about? It was her class. So she literally just scans the room and goes, okay, who's a big scary guy, looks directly at me. And I've got my leather jacket on and everything, and so I'm just sitting there like pissed off because I hated French. Like I was the guy who was gonna snap in French class.
I was
hated
shitting
Wait,
in
wait,
the
wait,
desk
wait.
every day.
Was the death threat in French?
No, it was in text, sadly. And
Well,
so
wait. No, French could be in text.
Hold up.
French is gargling with air.
France since like 1600. They're like, I wish I could tell another person something about speaking it. Shit.
Wish I could just write this shit down.
Only speak French. You can't read it.
It wasn't in French, it was in text.
Anyway, so they sent me up to the fucking security office with this person, which was great because I got to leave the class. I didn't fucking give a shit about anything, so I would like walk out of there. It was pretty great. It was
Wait, so she just instantly blamed you for the death threat?
no. She wanted me to walk up with her to make sure that nobody murdered her because they had
Oh, the person in your French class got the death threat.
yes.
Oh, I thought somebody got a death threat and they like sent an email to all the teachers and she was like, "Who could have sent it, Matt?"
It's it was me,
profiling.
and I just jiggled my stomach in front of the class. That's the same class.
I thought he was showing down.
Yeah, that was the same class that I had. I don't know if I can. I'm gonna say fake names, but you'll know. Dino and
Okay.
Bera were in that class,
Okay.
and Dino wanted to. You see, even Thor and Peter
We try
can
not
know who I'm
disclosing
talking
too many
about
names.
because they don't know. Nobody can get it out, but Matt and Soren know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so these two were in the class, and Dino wanted to use the restroom, and she said, "Well, you have to sing a song in order to go." So he gets up in front. He's like, "You can have one person go." He's like, "All right, I want Bera to help me." So straight up, he starts singing. You know how he is, where he like stops people if they're not doing it the way he wants them to. So Bera starts singing, and fucking straight up, you know how she sings and everything. She starts choreographing this dance in French. It was fucking weird, and then full on ends it with the splits. And they
Oh,
didn't.
oui, oui, baguette. Parody.
Yeah, and then they don't let Dino leave because he didn't do a good enough job at singing the song. It was the only thing I remember from that class is that, and I don't even remember the song. I remember what happened and nothing else.
Incredible.
That one group of people, like, they were the worst possible people in that group of school. There's one member of that group that 2 years later, this is a guy, by the way, I'm not even gay. He hits me up at least once every 2 weeks, like, damn, I need some dick right
president?
now. Can you like,
president?
yeah, oh, yeah, president.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's been nonstop, like, asking. What? Yeah, he will text
We'll
me.
explain it off air.
Back
We'll
up, back
explain
up.
it off air.
No, off air.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So this guy, he texts me once every like 2 weeks, either asking for A, pictures of my dick, or B, to suck my dick. I'm not gay.
Wait, that still
right?
happens?
Yeah, still
not
happens.
gay.
Like,
But
Still.
$20 is $20.
20 tigers is 20 tigers.
it's been 3 years, and he's still going.
And you don't
So-
just like block
Wow.
the person.
No,
So
because
you
I find
don't-
it fucking funny.
It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
sure you're not gay.
This is a testament to mankind's
So here's what you do.
determination.
Take a screenshot of it. 40 years later, when he wants to do anything with his life, me too his ass.
40 years from now, when he wants to do something with his life, why is
Drop
it gonna
it.
take him until he's like what, 50-ish?
We'll explain that.
Okay, I'm worried.
Too bad it's Snapchat.
Doesn't matter. Screenshot's a screenshot.
I have receipts. I have receipts.
Mr. President, could you please read this text? Damn, I want to suck your dick right now, homie. Can you please explain that?
It's like
No.
shitty type text.
It's all in like 3 letters.
It's
or
all
less.
emojis.
Oh, God.
He was in my government class, and I straight up said to the entire
Eggplant
class,
wet emojis.
I
Looking
actually
eyes.
believe being bisexual and transgender and
up.
gay and everything is a choice, and he fucking lost his shit. That was the best day of my life. Like, government class was the best class I've ever had. Because I triggered an entire room of people by raising my hand. Like, that's all I had.
The power you wield.
Yeah, there was one guy.
The same thing.
No, not that. I raised my hand in an appropriate manner.
Everyone from
Get it,
Germany.
Robert's not even here and he knows exactly what was happening.
Hitler.
Yeah, I was listening.
Well, I tell you what,
Are you playing Bejeweled?
No.
I knew it.
That hesitation.
Anyway, so that was probably one of the best classes I've had, especially talking about gun stuff. And amazingly, they still went off on me. I think I managed to get my bill passed only because I did assisted suicide. which was great.
Wait, what happened? Wait,
I was
hold on.
trying to kill myself in front of class.
I mean, same. It's more or less like, oh, I bet you guys can't.
You don't even go to a classroom. Shut the fuck up.
And I try to kill myself every day online.
I try to get positive. Just step on my
Not
neck
the
and
legend
murder me.
Want
No, that
another
was
joke,
easy.
Murray?
How about another joke, Murray?
Yeah, okay, no shit. I knew a guy that accidentally brought his AR to school in his bag. Motherfucker didn't even go home. He just went the entire day at school with it in his bag. It was the
How
funniest
big
fucking
was his
thing.
AR?
Okay,
How
well-
big was his bag?
It was like a decent sized bag. It was kind of like back when like pistol braces were first being a thing, so it was pretty short, foldable.
Okay.
But yeah, you just look at him across the room, and you could just see sweat just pouring down his
Because
face.
they can search your bag at
Oh,
any
yeah.
point. And
Yeah.
It was great. It was a good
Fucking,
time.
I would have been
Why
really
do you
nervous
accidentally
walking
bring your
past
ass
like
to
the
school?
fucking
Well,
cops. And
he
shit.
used his backpack to like go out to the range, and he just didn't clear it out afterwards.
Oh shit.
I seem
It's
like
full of
maybe
just
you should
fucking
get a different
grass.
backpack. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe you should have two backpacks.
He just wakes up in
Gun
the morning.
backpack and not gun
He
backpack.
just
By
wakes
the
up in
way-
morning,
Labeled
puts his
clearly.
backpack on.
Just saying,
Backpack's really
I
heavy
managed-
today.
He's like, my AR. I
I actually
don't
managed
care.
to carry this box exactly through my high school, just like casually, and no one questioned me.
Really?
I had a laser in it, so yeah.
What the fuck?
A laser that can literally blind anyone if I felt like it.
You should have just been blinding
Oh,
your
shit.
entire Go
Yeah,
to,
I have 3 of them upstairs.
Go to a
Slowly
theater
reaches for
class and just
He's a
like, start
lighting
blinding
guy. He's
Yeah.
one of those weird dumbasses.
Yeah,
you know.
but I have like lasers that literally like 5 seconds of exposure blinds you. And I had like 3 of them in
So
that
would you
box
like
and I
to
was walking around
invest in
school.
our plans of blinding the elderly?
Only the elderly.
fuck?
Because they
No.
don't need their sight anymore.
Wait.
Get for being old, Grandma.
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if we blind
But
an
no,
elderly
like-
person, a young person will get their sight
Oh, I
back.
thought you were gonna say like an
But like, the thing about this box is that it has like latches on all the sides. So like, you would think someone would be sus of like, what the fuck are you carrying? That's
Do you remember
That
sophomore
big.
year? They
I walk
did
by
that
SROs
fucking
and they're just like,
presentation on why Ender's Game is feminist, and I told you not to
I
come
mean,
to
if they
school
asked
the
me,
next
I'd be
day.
like, let me show you.
I was like, Matt, don't come to school tomorrow. So fucking mad. That was the dumbest shit ever. The one book I read in English that I actually enjoyed, and they tried to tell me it was feminist and racist. Which I thought was great, because they tried to claim it was racist, because we all just assumed that Ender was a white kid, right? And then I straight up raised my hand. I actually thought he
Endgame?
was Asian because he's a fucking genius.
Ender Game?
Ender's Game, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Ender game?
shit.
Only one
The
Ender.
literal one book I read in high school that I enjoyed. That was the only one. I don't remember a single one.
Guess what I'm reading for Friday in my understanding drama class?
Ender's Game.
Blood Wedding.
Ah, that shitty one. Dude, just bust
better
out the
Harry Potter.
Minecraft world, am I right? Buddy, I think I deleted that. I think
Harry's
it's gone.
Potter. What the
No,
fuck?
my world.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, because I've been seeing it in my Minecraft.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it was my world.
For sophomore year, we did junior year, we did
year.
IB Junior English, right? And we had to build the set for Blood Wedding or like draw it or something like that, and we built it in Minecraft.
It was really shitty.
It was really bad because we did it like late.
Cracks
The night
knuckles and
before.
MC edit.
The night before, like the last day, we could turn it in late,
Yeah, this is true.
and we still got full points for it, and it was terrible, but it's it was pretty funny.
Or left.
In high school, like I think my sophomore year, I passed my final by giving an interpretive dance in front of the entire class. It was the most bullshit, like liberal, like hippie ass shit I've ever
What
done.
class was this?
It was English. It was like some like honors English or something, and I passed with an A just because of that
Really?
interpretive dance.
What the?
Yeah.
What kind of English class does that?
Who did you
A
have
liberal
for
one.
English?
God, I don't remember anyone's names from high school, dude. It was some woman. She was really short. No one liked her.
The only thing I can remember from English
Oh.
is like those fucking Sarcracked seminars or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And just like
Those were
not even
so-
like contributing to the conversation until like the last minute and then just getting an easy A.
Those are so easy to lie through. You just wait for like 4 or 5 people to talk, and then you're like, "Yeah, no,
Yes,
this
I
is
think Jimmy is a
bullshit."
fucking asshole, and here's
Fuck
my
Jimmy,
opinion.
guys, and then everyone starts chanting.
So
your
senior
name.
year, I took writing 121, right, and I had the one super liberal Asian teacher, and we spent a full month analyzing a Rolling Stone magazine article on this kid from fucking middle of fucking nowhere, Pennsylvania, and they were trying to say that it was like some feminist bullshit, right? Like he's a horrible person because he's a guy. It's pretty much like a super Republican town and everything, and all this, and they were highlighting like things that they called power struggles, and they highlighted the guy's height because he was like 6'2". So they highlighted that as a
does it feel, Mr.
power
Tall
struggle between genders, and I was like, "What the fuck do you want him to do? Cut off his legs at the fucking knee? Like,
Yes.
Bitch, being tall has its difficulties.
you are an
can't find
oppressive son
pants
of a
that fit
bitch.
your
You know
ass
that?
and legs.
You know, technically, I'm oppressed by short people because like all your clothes are short and I can't fit on buses.
Also, literally every single person. Wow, you're tall.
Wow, you're black.
That's gotta be your new
I have to
comeback.
come-
You
I don't
used to
think
give
that's
out
it.
business cards, but now you just gotta start pointing out the obvious. Wow, you have feminine hips. That's what I'm sensitive about. That's gotta be the thing there.
Oh, wasted man.
I just
He got
love how
feminine.
instinctual that response is. Wow, you're tall. Wow, you're black.
I also love it.
Shut up, Blondie.
Like, I'm sorry, I thought we were just stating obvious facts.
You're overweight.
How dare you! Dude, it's like my fat joke from theater in senior year. That was my favorite.
What?
Do you not remember my fat joke in senior year? We're playing.
The fat joke, not a fat joke.
No, it was the
The
fat joke I made in front of the entire class against myself. Because
you're
I
fat.
forget what the game was called. Do you know? It was like
I have no
the
idea what you're talking about.
airplane, Egyptian. You know that
Oh,
one?
that dumb thing.
That one. It was really fucking stupid.
Yes.
Yes,
I remember the fat joke.
Bobbity Bobbity Bob. That's the name of the game. So we have a student teacher leading the game. And she's going through doing examples of all the different things, and she points directly at me and says, elephant. And so I started doing the thing, and I just went, is that a fat joke, Bobby? And she fucking, the whole class loses their shit, and she feels like crap, because she knows that she did it on purpose. I know the bitch did it on
The
purpose.
subconscious was telling her.
Yeah, she said it like, you gotta say it to the overweight kid, because he's a little shit, and I don't like him very much. I knew that's what she was doing. I know that's what she was doing.
Should have sued the school, man. You could have gotten a nice payout on that.
Honestly.
I got half of all of Bobby's stuff like they did in South Park.
All of
You remember
her
that? They kept
stuff.
suing the school, and they'd take, the school would pay out a bunch of money, and you would get half of whoever committed the infraction. You'd get half of their shit. It was like you just go into their house and just take half of
I want
everything.
half of your TV. Where do you want to work? I
No,
want
you get the
half.
full item, but you get half of. You take all the possessions, divide it in half. You get that.
I would rather take half of everything they own. I want everything.
I
they
want
own.
half of
cake?
all
I
your
want the
China.
left half of every item you
Welcome
own.
back to another episode of Is It Cake?
What is this? Grandma's ashes? Do you remember on Sunday? That's one of the things you said.
Wait, what?
So on Sunday, Lucas is like, a new threat you can make to family members if they're ever pissing you off. So we have a hallway light in our house, right? And whenever it gets left on, it lights up my entire room. And I have literally gone out and unscrewed the light bulb so people stop leaving
This
the
is a
fucking
reoccurring
light
thing.
on.
It'll be 10 o'clock at night. I'll try to walk out. I'll flick the switch on. I'm like, God damn it, he unscrewed the light bulbs again.
I'll just unscrew them so they don't have any power going into them, so they can't possibly be turned back
Like a
on.
shitty hamburglar just
So what he
unscrewing
says,
light
right?
bulbs.
He says, "All right, so I have a new threat you can make to your family members. Let's take you for instance. If you leave the goddamn light on, Grandma's ashes are going down the sink." And I was like, "God damn, that's fucked
It doesn't
up."
have to be just family members, but it's probably more effective on family members. But if you go to
You
somebody
say it to
else's
some
house,
random stranger, my grandma's ashes are going down the sink.
Yo,
They're like,
your grandma's ashes are going down the sink.
Now, my favorite threat is that I'm gonna sell your antiques. I'm gonna break into your attic and I'm gonna sell your antiques. Like, the fuck kind of threat? Especially when you don't have an attic. Like, that's the best part, is when you don't have an attic.
That or you could just say, I'm going to put Photoshop nude photos of Elvis Presley all over your room.
I'm gonna carpet bomb your car with naked pictures of elderly women.
I'm gonna carpet bomb your house in glitter.
I'm nail bombing your
I'm
house.
gonna
with a
drone
crossbow.
strike your house with glitter.
Speaking of which, that glitter is still there.
I'm Arlene, now we're cut to music.